spawning.
Ladies, yeah, you can continue actually. You can do the instructions this time.
I'm sorry.
Keep stealing it from you.
Spawning here in the top right side, we have our Zerg opponent, and he goes by the name of Starbuck.
And as his opponent spawning in the top left, he has a red Terran. It is FXO Strelok. And sorry for that, everyone. By the way, we have a small delay between me and Gentle, so that's why we sometimes keep talking in each other's mouths. But it's fine, you know. Everyone's having fun. So, last game, Starbuck going for the semi all-in, doing a ton of damage. Trying at least, didn't do enough damage obviously, but still doing some nice damage and getting a ton of drones behind it. But Strelok actually abusing the fact that Starbuck was being so greedy and actually punishing him by almost killing him single-handedly if it wasn't for those mutas. So I mean, what do you think Starbuck's choice would be this game? Do you think he's just going to play out standardly, or do you think he's going to do something crazy to actually get this win?
Well, I would actually love to see the kind of play he was using against Genius, using that extractor trick and getting all these drones. Wasn't that from Starbuck? Where he was.
Starbuck?
I think it was Starbuck actually doing that.
Oh wow! If that's him, that would be so amazing. So for you guys who actually don't know, Starbuck actually did, if it was Starbuck, I can't remember. Some guy against Genius anyhow. What he did was that he did he did mineral walking, right? He extracted tricks and started mineral walking, and I was like, what is he doing? Because he you can't really see what he's doing. He's doing something really weird. He just has his all his workers doing some weird dancing between his minerals, and he's not actually getting any minerals. So you're like freaking out. You think that he's just lost his mind. He's gonna lose this game, and then he stacks them all up, so it looks like one drone. And Genius actually walks by and sees this one big chunk of drones stacked as one. So he only thinks it's one drone. You can't see there's more than one if you actually don't know it. So he just lets it pass, and then when it actually hits his base, he can see that it's a ton of drones, and these all just surround him and just kill everything.
That's right, and that was some amazing play. If you want to check this out, there is actually a highlight video from VCS. You should definitely go on check this out. Maybe on Reddit it was already posted, and yeah, it is an excellent move, and maybe we will see some crazy moves from Starbucks here in this very game.
Yeah, hopefully we're gonna see here. It doesn't look like he's gonna do something as crazy as we talked about, but he's doing quite a standard build. He's getting the gas. Actually not getting a gas. Sorry for that. He's actually not getting a gas, and this is really interesting. He might be looking into getting the full queen opening.
He might indeed to do so. Strelok wants to, of course, deny this and seeing if there might be actually in a very early third base, but yeah, also taking care of that overlords not dying there as well. And I wonder, yeah, he's actually getting no gas here whatsoever. We do rarely see this kind of play, and Starbuck might be going for double gas here momentarily.
Yeah, he really should be getting the gas at about 6 minutes or before that. But don't see a third base though. So it's going to be quite delayed, and Strelok can see this because he's going to scout with his CV quite soon. And meanwhile, we do see the full queen opening, really strong against Hellion. It's really good. We're going to see if he actually chooses to go for 6, or if he's just going to go for quite a few drones and the third here. And it does look like he's going to go for the third.
Yeah, he actually started one of the additional queen here, but then cancelled it. And look at the map vision here already for our Zerg friend Starbuck. He has that circling here in front, having the void, of course, the overlords here in place. And oh, that drone might be just killed.
That drone just needs to regen one more health in it before he can actually do damage. That would go one hit, and he will kill the SCV. And the Lincoln from the other side, that SCV will die. But 105 health engineering bay, that is something you don't want to see. And instead, Starbuck is throwing down the Roach Warren once again.
Oh, the Hellions might deny this again. He wants to kill that drone. Nicely done here by Strelok, denying that third base from coming up. and the Queen's not actually enough here to chase these Hellions, and the kind of Hellion Banshee style we do from Strelok and was very popular in Wings of Liberty might be coming up even more right now.
Absolutely, we're going to see as soon, and this will, deny the creep for quite some time. But they do see the Roach Warren, and he's not trying to hide it. He's getting double Evo Roach Warren. I'm going to see if he just gets, 4 or 5 roaches to make sure that these Hellions can't touch him, or if he's actually going to go for that, crazy amount of roaches, where you get like, 14, 15 roaches with upgrades as well. If you want to go into that really roach heavy style. And yeah, we do see missile attacks. So it looks like he wants to go for roach heavy styles.
That's very interesting. He took both the gases at the main base as well as the natural base, so he will definitely go for a very roach heavy style, and maybe taking all the upgrades necessary, maybe again with the roach movement.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see here, I mean, good moves from Starbuck, but still, Strelok is denying this third base for quite some time, and he already is making his own third base, and this is so pivotal for the game, because Starbuck needs his eco, and run by here.
Little run by, and Strelok. What the fuck? Says Starbuck. And
yeah, Starbuck freaking out a bit here, and Strelok on the phone. Okay. That will not happen during a live event, I can tell you that. Like, if you're actually in DreamHack and someone pauses the game, it's not going to be because he actually pulls up the phone from his pocket. But no, Strelok's time is more important than ours, it seems. So, we're just going to have to wait for him to talk to his friend or whatever.
Hey, Starbuck. No, sorry. Hey, Strelok, here's your mom. You're doing well in your tournament. Your opponent has only 2 bases. Alright.
Stop it, Mom. I have to play. Okay. So there we go. Go from Strelok. We're in the game once again. Oh god, the phone? Well, okay. Anyhow, we're still in the game. Starbuck is ahead in supply, as you can see. Oh, wow. He really doesn't like the third base, the Strelok.
Wow, yeah, nice denying here from Strelok at the third base. Something we do see from Zergler a little bit better. Nice transfuse here on the Queens here, denying that from falling, and the Banshees have to retreat for the moment. Their cloaking gonna be very low here very soon.
Yeah, absolutely, and this will be cleaned out eventually for Starbuck, but there we go. Now he can actually start to get his third base. But I mean, Strelok is so far ahead. Sure, look at the supply. Starbuck is way ahead in supply, but remember though, he has 21 roaches. 21 roaches, that is 42 supply of roaches.
Oh my god.
Killing the drone again!
What on earth? I think Starbuck is freaking out right now, and he has enough. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for the counter aggression here with so many roaches now on the way. 21 in total, and so Strelok is scouting this. He's seeing this. Banshees have to retreat. You have to deal with them as much as possible. No burrow movement here, though, and Strelok, I think he can just defend this so well.
Absolutely, there we go. Starbuck's moving back, and these Banshees, oh my god, they're being so annoying. 4 kills each, 1 Banshee with 1 kill. King off so many roaches here, barely any army left for Starbuck, and Starbuck trying to get a third and a fourth at the same time. Looking at the workers right now, we do see the Strelok is ahead by 6 workers, and his third is up soon at least. As soon as he kills this Overlord, spewing quite a bit of creep. And where's his anti? Yeah, there we go. 3 Marines is going to deny this. That would be really unfortunate if he couldn't. But meanwhile, we do see Starbuck is moving out.
Yeah, this Overlord is actually a hero, denying that third base for such a long time, and the Marines just will be poking this away. But Strelok might be going for some counter aggression with the siege tanks being out, not sieged here at all. So nice little trade here for Starbuck, I have to say.
Absolutely, but no overseer close enough to actually let those Hydras kill the Banshees. So the Banshees will actually clean up the Hydras to the point where they can't actually kill the Banshees anymore. So that means that Strelok has held this effectively, and that Starbuck is still without any army.
But look at this, Starbuck is actually going for the hive. He wants his Vipers here out as soon as possible, and wants to drag one of these, a lot of these siege tanks here, of course. Maybe putting the Blinding Cloud there as well. Will Strelok be yeah, be aware of this. And does he have enough units? He has a Raven here as well. I do like that choice, just in case the Roaches actually have their burrow movement. And Starbuck, he has he has a fourth base here as well established. He needs the gases here. This is the most important part, but also droning up so much behind this. We're gonna have 80 drones now in total.
Absolutely, he's gonna have so many drones. Getting 2-2 right now, and he's actually ahead in upgrades. That's something going for Starbuck. But remember though, Strelok is so far behind in workers compared to Starbuck. Not way behind, but still behind. Which means that he has such an army. If you see the supply, because Strelok is ahead, you never want to have a meching turn ahead of you in supply. Never, ever, ever you want that. So that means the Strelok right now has quite an upper hand, and we're gonna see what kind of magic Starbuck can pull out with these Vipers.
I would actually love to see Starbuck going for some Swarm House later on here as well. And oh my god, that scan was perfect. He's not only see the hive, but also the Vipers already soaking up the energy here from the hive as well. And he knows about the timings that might be occurring, and therefore he is adding Vikings right now. He needs to counter these Vipers. They might hurt him a lot.
Absolutely, Vipers are so strong, especially in the late game here with a ton of tanks. And here we go, sacrificing some health on the hive to make sure those 3 Vipers have all the energy they ever need. And right now, they really want to get that Blinding Cloud ready, but one Viper actually not getting the energy he needs. So we're going to see if he gets that energy or not. But no, Starbuck wants to push. Starbuck's going for it right now. He doesn't care about upgrades. Let's go, he says. And he's just pushing in. And what's the army right now? It's actually really equal in the army value department here. So it's all about the Blinding Clouds and the abductions, really.
Absolutely right. One little circling here, sneaking by into the third base. But here we go, the engagement actually occurring already. Blinding Clouds here going out down on the Halberds. Hydra's do a lot of damage, but Strelok will be in the superior position with the siege tanks here already being sieged.
Absolutely, and he has so many Hellbats doing so much damage. But that would go a good abduct here, but losing so much because of this. Only killing one of those Banshees. We can see Starbuck losing so many units. And where's the rest of his army? He has so many workers, he can't actually max out on a big army because Hydralisk and Roach both cost 2 supply each, so he can't actually max out with a huge army. Meanwhile, Strelok though, having a ton of Hellbats, having a ton of siege tanks. The only way I see Starbuck winning this is great Blinding Clouds right on the tanks and somehow managing to kite those Hellbats, because like if he just attacks straight into the Hellbats, I think he can just lose against them.
Yeah, so let's see how this is gonna advance here for Strelok. Oh my god, actually a nice flank here for Starbuck, killing off quite a few units. Needs to retreat here on his creep. This is so important here for him. And there we go, 2 Vipers are there. Will they cast the Blinding Cloud? Here we go. A nice engagement actually for Starbuck, doing a lot of damage onto the Halberds. He needs to retreat though, as the siege tanks again will be sieging up.
Absolutely, he needs to make sure he can get that Blinding Cloud energy soon. He did force a PDD as well. Where is that Raven? Did the Raven die? I believe it did actually. But we do see 11 siege tanks for Strelok. But this is the weakness of mech. It takes quite some time to rebuild your army, while a Sir can just rebuild much easier. And that is Starbuck's strength right now. And that is why he can push from this side. And actually, the sensor tower doesn't see this coming, so he might be able to snipe this base and just run away before
That is
able
actually
to counter it.
Definitely, this is a great move here by Starbuck, who's gonna go and kill off that planetary fortress. All the units are actually streaming in from the top, but it is gonna fall. Here we go, and the Viper's actually also in position, might be going for a trade.
He's going for it, but remember though, all those tanks in the background, he's going to have to go forward and keep killing them. But here we go, great engagement for Starbuck, it looks like, but Strelok with all those tanks are going to clean it up. But Starbuck behind is getting the Great Spire, and he's also getting a ton more Roaches and Hydras. This is looking really interesting because right now Starbuck just reset the army value. Right now, none of them have great army value. Strelok has quite a few tanks, which is great for him, of course, but Starbuck really easily can remax. And as you see right now, Starbuck's supply is much higher and is moving into Broodlords.
Wow, let's see how this is actually working out here for our Zerg friend, who is amazingly enough coming back into this game. Great setup so far, and Roaches trying to go for another run by, avoiding the sensor tower as much as possible. Strelok at the same time is moving out. He might be caught off guard if he is not taking care of this. He will be retreating, but the Roaches are about to stream in. He will be going back here just in time. I think this is the right move.
Absolutely, and he has quite a few Vikings because of those Vipers, but he has actually stopped making way too many of them. He has 7 Vikings, which means that if Starbuck just goes for a ton of Corruptors and Broodlords, he can just take the air dominance and just crush Strelok, but he has to do it soon. He cannot just max out on Roaches anymore. He has to get a ton of Broodlords, and right now it's 81 workers. I think he should actually start either sacrificing quite a few or do more of these guerrilla tactics that he's trying to do right now.
Wow, that game actually escalated quite well here so far, and here we go. Starbuck trying to go for another little attack here on the right side, but Strelok is more than set up here, and here we go, another run by here on the third base though. This might be actually doing a lot of damage here onto all of these command centers that are in position. And Strelok has to move all this army here just now onto the top left side. Let's see how well Starbuck can actually trade.
Yeah, I mean, he killed quite a few workers there, and right now Starbuck is taking so many bases. He needs to make sure that his opponent doesn't get his bases up, that he can mine a ton, because Starbuck wants to have the income advantage. And thing is, the Strelok, because of the mules, has an income advantage when it comes to minerals, but not in gas. Starbuck has the gas income, and that's the main thing for him. So almost doubling the gas income because of that 5th base of his, and keep denying the 4th base of Strelok. So we're going to see it soon if Starbuck can get this really heavy corrupted Broodlord composition, because right now we see 11 more corruptors being made. He's going to have close to 17 corruptors and 5 Broodlords. That is amazing, and we don't see that many Vikings. We only see 6 Vikings and 2 Ravens, and with some nice pullback macro, we might actually see Starbuck crushing this army.
There we go, Strelok sees the Broodlords for the very first time, and so many Corruptors on position. Strelok has to retreat for the moment. Another run by here goes from Starbuck into the third base, trying to deny the mining here as much as possible, and Starbuck might be pulling off some Ravens. Nice!
That's great. Abduct killing of one of the Ravens, and right now Strelok is actually splitting up. He needs to make sure that this army doesn't kill him. And right now, great run by here by Starbuck in the third, and Strelok is just going for it. He's going for the basis of Starbuck. He knows that he has to go on the ground because the air dominance is on Starbuck's control right now, and I'm not really sure what Starbuck can do right now. He's trying to make more Vikings, but so many Corruptors just cleaning everything up. This is going to be really hard for him to hold.
It's going to be kind of base trade here for both the players. Strelok is splitting up the mech army, going for the initial bases here and gonna take them down here nicely. But as you were saying, all the production facilities are in danger here for Strelok. All these Broodlords now into the main base. No production here whatsoever for our Terran friend.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I think that Starbuck right now needs to make a ton of spine crawlers. He should just make so many spine crawlers to make sure that he doesn't die to this, or he should make more Broodlords, because he cannot lose his own hatcheries because of the fact that Strelok can just keep making bases. So right now it is a base trade, just as you said, and the thing is that Strelok is doing a ton of damage through the front of the Zerg, but he cannot attack anything from there. So we have a ton of Broodlords actually morphing in the main. We have 8 Broodlords morphing in the main. And Strelok can't hit them. There's only one Viking on the field, and we have Corruptors chasing it. He cannot actually use this Viking against those Broodlords.
That is amazing play here by Starbuck. He's just sitting with his Corruptors there at the starport, just waiting for them to occur with all these structures, and all these Broodlords will take apart all the ground forces here for Strelok. He is in a world of trouble.
Absolutely, Strelok taking so much damage here. These Broodlords will chase him away. He can't attack the main. He managed to kill the Great Spire, but the Hive still survives, and the spawn pool as well. That is great for Starbuck. Also, Vipers coming out, but These Broodlords, though, at the 4th might die to these Vikings unless he manages to pull more Corruptors there, and there we go. The Corruptors are incoming. He might lose a few Broodlords here, but still, if he keeps killing off all the Vikings, I think he has a great chance. But it's all going to be about the mining and the air superiority right now. Because if Strelok somehow can get the air superiority again, then the Bruce will just die so easily, and the ground army will just obliterate Starbuck. But how will he do that? We have 23 Corruptors in the air right now with +1. And I mean, sure, the ship was have 2-1, but it's gonna take such a long time for Starbuck to for Strelok to actually get the kind of Viking count up.
Oh yes, he has to land his Vikings. He doesn't want to lose them. This is the only thing he really needs to require there, and to wait until he has the mass necessary. But Strelok, he is completely denied in his income. He's completely denied in his actual production, and he's gonna lose all of this ground forces.
It does absolutely look like it. He's trying to land his command center here, but it was already a hatchery that he cannot land. And sure, he has some income at least, he has a bigger bank than Starbuck, but what can he use this with? He cannot produce more than this amount of Vikings at a time. And the thing is that Starbuck still has a fine ground force, and these Lings actually start killing off the Vikings, and this is horrible for him.
This is horrible indeed. So many Corruptors are on the field. 23. There's no anti-air here for Starbuck. For Strelok here, of course. And Starbuck, I think he almost did it. The last mining base here in the bottom side is gonna be taken out now by these Broodlords.
Absolutely. We do have 2 more bases though in top here that will be able to mine soon. But what can Strelok actually do? He's trying to run around with this army, not losing too much, but the thing is that for every second that goes, every shot those Broodlords make, he's going to lose a bit more of his army. But he's actually running right into the main here, trying to do some nice army. The Lings here actually getting obliterated before they can actually do anything. But the small ground army of Starbuck doing some nice damage here, and the Lings come to clean it up, and it looks like FXO Strelok will lose most of his ground army really soon.
Yes, I mean, Starbuck doesn't have that much mining, but he has such a huge army. Looking at the army value, about 100 army supply to the only 38 here for Strelok. He is trying really hard. He's trying to go for run-bys with his mech army, but this is almost unable really to do as much.
Yeah, the thing is that what can he actually produce? He is producing, I'm not really sure what he's trying to produce. I think he just keeps trying to produce Vikings. And he's actually going to kill 2 Broodlords in the main on the Strelok. But these tanks might actually kill the Hive as well. This is great for Strelok.
This is great for Strelok indeed. He just didn't give up. He wants to go for the base trade, and he really wants to give Starbuck that feeling that he's still not over it. And actually, did he lose so many of these Broodlords? Oh my god, there are only 3 Broodlords left.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
There's only 3 Broodlords left. He cannot lose these. He cannot lose these Broodlords. And sure, there are 23 Corruptors and 7 Vikings out, but if he somehow manages to snipe these Broodlords, that's it. Like, those Corruptors are going to be worthless. The ground army is going to be everything in that case.
Okay, there are 2 Vikings, but the Corruptors are actually assisting the Broodlords. This is so important. He needs the Corruptors by his Broodlords. This was his big mistake here coming from Starbuck. He needs to be so patient. He needs to follow the Vikings. He needs to interrupt that production of Vikings here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that, sure, Starbuck is killing off quite a bit of an army, but he needs to get some mining himself as well. I would love to see him start producing drones instead and getting that base. That is great. But I would love to see him use all his minerals right now just to producing more drones, because if he gets back into mining while doing all this, that's going to be great for him. And sure, he's denying quite a few Vikings, but more and more Vikings are being produced. And the thing is that if you just get a few cheap shots on these Broodlords, that's going to be it. And we actually have 1 Viking with only 8 health. Might be able to kill a Broodlord here.
Oh wow, this is actually would be really bad here for Starbuck. He is rescuing that Broodlord. He needs to deal with these planetary fortress there in the top side to actually kill this off. And Strelok is starting to produce again. He's building siege tanks. He's building halberds right now, and even some of these marines. Is he actually trying to pull this off again? Will Starbuck re-establish his economy? We do see a Spire here on the way. He has a lot of gas in his bank, but no minerals here whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely, and no hive left for Starbuck. He's gonna have to remake that infestation pit, remake that hive to be able to make any kind of broodlords. Remember though, he still has all those corruptors. So I think Strelok wants to do is that he might actually want to get a few Thors out.
Yes, this is something he might be seeking to go for, but at least some Vikings are producing here in the bottom left side. Are the Mutas are enough here to re-establish the things he really needs to do, and he forcing maybe the Vikings actually to go into the air, and the Muta transition is actually helping out him a lot here, I believe.
Yeah, I'm absolutely love this Muta transition. It's such a good choice because after that Broodlord transition, you think like the only thing he can actually do to start attacking ground again is Broodlords. But then again, you know, why not just go Mutas? And that's a great choice. He's going to start picking these off. And I mean, Vikings landed don't do any damage on the ground really. They do some damage, but not great at all. And with these Mutas, I think that Starbuck might look to take this.
Yeah, he's gonna kill all the Vikings, but we actually see some mines here, but they don't get buried in time, so they won't be hurting the Broodlords. And oh my god, what a crazy game we see from both the players. And therefore, Vikings still trying to chase the herd. Broodlords will be taking this out, but two Vipers pulling them off, and the Corruptors deal the rest of the damage.
Oh, great choice here. And also one more Viking here, all alone. He needs to run, mate. And there we go, Starbuck going for these Hellbats instead. He wants to make sure he can kill them. And the thing is that the mining right now, if you look at the income, is great for Strelok, but minerals are coming back for Starbuck. He's getting more and more mineral income. If he can just save his own income, I think he's just fine in this game because he keeps killing off more and more Strelok's army. And this planetary fall, he already killed the planetary. There's only one mining best left. And as soon as these mutants come here, as we see here, he just kill all the workers. And Strelok has to run away, but they can't actually run from mutas. What does he have? He has one Thor. This one Thor is everything that keeps him alive.
Oh my god. I think Starbuck is already trolling with his opponent. He is corrupting all of these SCVs. Even the mule is corrupt here. And yes, indeed, there is only one Thor, but the Mutalists are magic boxing this.
Oh wow, and there we go. The Thor is down, and well played from Strelok. Starbuck taking it and moving into this to the finals, I think, right?